Hey guys, and welcome back to my reading corner. Now, I am clearly in a different space than I usually am. I actually kind of like this background. Alrighty guys, so, like I said, I am in a different area background wise, but I just wanted to get a video up really quickly. I am recording this during the epidemic that's going on right now, so I am in kind of the shelter in place time zone period right now. And I took the time to read one of my very first arcs that I was accepted into getting when I just joined NetGalley. I just went ahead and joined it. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it, and I figured why not try, get some more reading done that I am interested in, but are also newer books, because right now what I'm doing a lot is reading older books that have been published quite a while away, and I wanted to get some new reading as well as get some new authors. So I got three NetGalley acceptance, like they accepted me for three different things. And the first one I have already finished, and this is the one that I'm going to be reviewing today, and it is called Only When It's Us, and this is by Chloe Laziel. I believe that's her name. When I went to my Goodreads to input that information, I realized that this is not her first book. For some reason, I thought this was her first book. And let me just say, after reading that book, I truly, truly do want to read more from this author. I really enjoy the way that she writes. I really enjoy the background information that she provided, but I also enjoy kind of the fact that she didn't give us everything, and it slowly began to make more and more sense. I did do a review on Goodreads. There is a slight spoiler, very literally one line. If you know about that, I feel like it might spoil a little bit of the story, which is why I put it on like hidden for spoiler situation. But other than that, everything else is very superficial. Today's review, what I want to do is just kind of go over the book, just give the book some more clout. I have no clout at all. I have 5 subscribers, but still, for those 5 subscribers, knowing this information might help you to be interested in this book, so that's why I'm here. This book is, I would say, a contemporary romance. There's not too much sex at all, and that is always a good thing. There's not too much like spicy scenes or anything like that. Once you start to get a little too spicy, I start to consider it some smut, or at least really some mushy romance, which is not a bad thing. If you know my reading style, I do enjoy that that genre of reading and writing, but at the end the core of this book, this is not what this is. This is truly a female jock romance book, which I truly enjoyed because I have always been a female jock. I was a tomboy growing up, so reading a book like this would have actually been really nice for me, maybe when I was in college, going from high school to college, because I didn't actually think that, like, honestly, being a jock, I could get to be in a romance, like, or as in relationships have never been a thing for me. Well, they have, but like I've never really thought about them. It's always been something that's very superficial, very out of my comfort zone, and I really did align with the main character so much. I took so many notes. I will say, let me just give you a spoiler very quickly, and it's just to say some representation that this book presents. The main thing that I think that's important that this book presents representation wise, spoiler, if you don't want to know, literally skip like 10 seconds, is that the main character is deaf. I say that's a spoiler because the first couple of chapters, while the two main characters are getting to know each other, you along with her are like, what is this person's deal? Why are they not doing this? Why are they not doing that? You know, so that is a bit of a spoiler, but I think that knowing that there's that representation is a really good thing for anybody who is in that community, who would like to read about a romance about somebody in that community, if you know what I'm saying. So that being said, that is that. Oh, there's also a trigger warning about dying parent. So if that is a trigger warning for you, I truly do want to put that out there for you, because that could be something that maybe you're going through, maybe you just recently went through, and you don't want to visit that when you're reading your books for pleasure, for relaxation, all of that jazz. This book is such a good book. Okay, so It is about 291 pages, so a very easy read. I consider it an adult romance, but it might be in that new section that people are saying like new adult, because it's like it's not a YA, but it's not an official adult, so it's like a new adult situation. Like I said, it sets place in college. The main character, she is a female collegiate soccer player, and the other main character is also in college as well, and they end up getting smushed together, if you will, by a professor, and the professor ends up having a relationship, a personal relationship with the main male main character. And what did I love about this book? Like I said, I really loved that I could really put myself in the shoes of the female main character. She just did so many good things, in my opinion, really just making it real, showing how hard it was for her to really even be able to go to class on time, or even just stuff like that. It just, the simple things were really what got me, and it amazed me. So let me get the names, because me and names, they never stick to me, but I promise you I love this book. Writer, what is the female character's name? This is why. Come on. Willa. Okay, so Willa is, like I said, a collegiate soccer player, and I loved how Chloe, who is the author, really made it real for the fact that Willa was having problems actually getting to class on time, juggling her family life, juggling the school life, and just all the things that collegiate students truly do have problems with. And I find that it's not only them, I find that it's anybody who is in either college or above. So those people who are in undergrad, those people who are in graduate school, taking law school, any form of professional degree program, I find that a lot of us really have problems juggling all of these different things. And sometimes our professors don't understand, our significant others don't understand, our families don't understand. And this book really hit so many different places for me that I loved it. And it was such a good book. Now I will say there were points in the book where I, was like, Willa, what are you doing? Why are you being this way? Writer, why aren't you telling her how you feel? Why aren't you guys doing this? But at the end of the day, I truly did enjoy this book for what it was, which was a new adult romance, and it really showed you some of the trials and the problems that people really go through. This book also really, I think, was really true to form on a lot of communication issues and ways that people get through communication droughts, if you will. Sometimes it really does take a family member who has seen you with your significant other to really pull you two together. And sometimes it really just takes one person letting go of any issues that they have and just really opening themselves up to the new possibilities, and realizing that although your future originally did not include this person, right now, because you love this person, you need to take the chance. You need to find a way to incorporate that person into your life if that person truly means so much for you and so much to you. This book really, I don't think I can tell you guys honestly how much I felt for this book. I literally got through this book in one sitting. And for me, that is insane. Not in the sense that it's 200 pages and I should be able to get through that in 2 hours, because I am actually a very slow reader. It takes me a while to get through things, but that meant that I was so ingrained, so enthralled with this book that I did not want to stop. So I highly recommend this book, just personal preference. I cannot wait to buy the physical book. It comes out April 1st, and I will be buying this book. I probably be waiting until the coronavirus kind of slows down, because I personally just don't want to buy things and bring anything into my house that potentially could be touched or packaged by anybody who has dealt with that situation. but I cannot wait to actually bring this book into my collection. There are two quotes that I just want to talk about because I actually ended up highlighting them, and I don't end up highlighting many of anything when I'm reading a book. So the first quote is, "But maybe just this once, it would be worth it to get burned." And like I said, this book really shows you that sometimes you need to just take a chance on somebody. You really just need to open up yourself to the possibility of caring for somebody, loving for somebody, and understanding somebody in their own viewpoint and own mindset. And this book, oh. And then the second quote, it said, "You have serious balls to shave a landing strip on my face, then make my emotional triggers." Wait. The second quote says, "You have serious balls to shave a landing strip on my face, then make emotional triggers and a pedophiliac neighbor." And for me, that was just one of the funniest parts of this book. I did not state that before, but this book is so funny. I caught myself literally laughing out loud, and I ended up reading this book overnight. So I think I started this book maybe at like 10 p.m. and I kept reading it until like dawn, like not even dawn, till like 4 or whatever have you, until I finished the book. And it was just so funny. I had to catch myself sometimes because I didn't want to wake up the other people in the house. And that was just literally a aspect of this book that was really funny. A writer actually, so he had like a huge beard, and his roommates ended up shaving literally like a landing strip on his beard to stop him from actually having his beard for the it was really funny. It brought some personal memories to me because I've actually done some things to some people. I've shaved some people's mustaches because they're gross. So it was just really funny, and it's so funny it's about to make me cry. That's weird. But yeah, it was I really enjoyed this book. I connected so much with this book. I loved that she layered Jane Austen into this book because it was a aspect of communication and learning and support that she as an author helped some of the characters throughout the story to use. The only thing that I was a little bit confuzzled about is at the beginning of each chapter you had the title, you had the chapter, you had the author, or the perspective that you would be reading from. So you had either writer or you had Willa, and then you also had a playlist under. Now, I don't get why she put the playlist aspect, and that's my only real question for the book. Like, why did you do that? Maybe it's an insider thing, maybe I don't know, but that's my only thing. The last thing I want to say about this book is that I loved how Chloe was able to write from two different perspectives, both Willa and writer, and I truly felt like both a female and a male were writing those chapters. She is very truly gifted writer from what I can tell in this book, and I already have one book that I cannot wait to read. It looks like it's the first book in her smutty romance series, and I do love to have at least one smutty romance series that I'm currently reading, and it's He's a Brute, I don't know. So I would love to read that. I'm still kind of binging Alicia Ray right now, but I do probably will try and see if I can find this book somehow, either through NetGalley again or through one of my 3 local libraries that I am a member of. So that's it. I hope this was kind of concise enough. If you have any questions about this book, I will be getting this up before April 1st. So the next book that I'll be talking about that is on my NetGalley to read shelf is The Hidden King. So that is, I believe, like a fantasy type book. So if you are interested, let me know, and I will be reading that. And I also have a manga book. Oh my gosh, hiccups. I also have a manga book that I got accepted to read as well. So those 2 will be coming up next. And yeah, I hope reading continues to help you guys in your life, whether it is a good journey or a bad journey, and I will see you guys next time.